Hello, you're welcome back to another video on this channel. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, you are highly welcome to the channel. Please meet the receptionist for a chilled drink while you tap on the subscribe, like and share button. And I hope you enjoyed this video today. From the title of this video, you already know what we're going to be discussing, and we're going to be as fast as possible. Whether you want to do this application by yourself or you want to involve the services of a third party, I'm going to be showing you the step-by-step processes that you need to note even before you get started. So let's dive straight into this video. The first step on my list is research. I am big on research, so I always advise people to do basic research, no matter how little it is. It's very, very important for you to conduct a very little research on any kind of information you get and you want to go ahead with it. And international passport application is no exception. Why it is important for you to do basic research before you start that application is because it gives you heads up on what you are getting into, so that even if during the entire process something happens or something wants to go south, you'll be able to notice that something is going wrong or something is about to go wrong, and you call the attention of the person that is assisting you. Do you understand? But when you do not have any knowledge at all, you just be following blindly, and if anything goes wrong, you would not even know until the entire situation have completely been damaged. Another importance of doing your research is that it helps you to find out the basic document that is required of you, or how to go about getting this document, because you might even know the document that is required of you, but you might not know how exactly to get this document. But when you do your research, you'll be able to find out the bodies that are issuing this document, or how exactly to gather this document to be able to start that application. You could do your research whether offline or online, or you can even go to people who have actually done this successfully, people who have already gotten their passport or who have done the application multiple times for other people successfully, and they have good knowledge of this entire process. You can go to them and ask them certain questions on basic things that you need to know, so that you will not start the application blindly, or you will not completely be in the dark before you begin your own application. Do you understand? That is first thing on the list. And then the second point I have is for you to gather all the documents that is required of you. In my previous video, I listed some of the documents that are required for people who are applying for a renewal, or people who are going for the very first application ever. So one of the steps you need to take before you start your international passport application online is that you need to gather all your documents. After you've done your research, you now know the documents that are required of you, right? Then you have to gather those documents. You find out if there are any of the documents that you don't already have, or maybe you have it but it's not from the issuing board, just like the birth certificate that must be from MPC or from High Court, that is, you're going for the declaration of age, right? So if you already have the document but it's not from the eligible issuing body, then you already know that you need to go get it, or get an updated one, right? Or if you don't have a particular document at all, then you now know that these are the documents that are required of you, and you go gather them together before you begin your application, so that you don't start going back and forth during the application process itself. All right, the third point on the list is apply. Yes, now you finish doing your research, you finish gathering all the documents that are required of you. There is nothing else to wait for, right? You just have to begin that application. And when it comes to applying, there are two different ways you can do your application. You can actually do it yourself online using your mobile phone from start to finish without having to go through a third party or through an agent or whatever. Or you can decide to indulge the services of a third party, that is a passport officer or a passport agent, or a friend that knows how to do it perfectly. Maybe someone that have already done it by themselves and they now know how to do it. Can involve the service of that person to assist you to do it, so that you don't make any mistake. That is, if you're still not confident enough to do it by yourself, or maybe you don't have time, you're really choked up with other things and you need someone to assist you through the process, then you need to consult the service of a professional that will help you through the process, right? But bear in mind that if you are consulting the service of a third party, whether an officer or a friend, you would definitely pay higher than what you should have paid if you are doing the application online by yourself. So if you are doing it yourself online with your mobile phone, you are going to be paying the official price that is stipulated on the website. But if you are consulting the services of a third party, of course you have to pay other service charges, right? So have that at the back of your mind before you decide on the mode of application you want to go with. All right, now that you've successfully applied for international passport, whether you did it by yourself or you consulted the service of someone else, you've successfully completed 3 steps, right? We're now moving to the 4th step, which is the wait period. Yes, the wait period varies depending on the application mode you went through. If you went through the express service or what we call fast track, then you could wait for a shorter period of time compared to someone who actually went through the normal process without the fast track and all of that. So the standard wait time for a passport in Nigeria is 6 weeks, all right, but sometimes it could be shorter or it could be more depending on some circumstances. That is why you need to be very, very careful, especially when choosing the mode of application that you want to go with. All right, moving to the next and the last stage of your application process is what I call the praying stage. Yes, it goes hand in hand with the fourth stage, the waiting period and the praying stage. So as you're waiting, you are praying. You need to put your application in prayer so that it will not undergo any unnecessary delay. There will be no reason for you to go back and forth with anybody. Everything will just move smoothly for you, and then at the appointed time that you should be out without any further delays. So praying is very, very important. Even in your application process, my dear, it is very, very important for you to pray. So praying is one of the very important steps you need to put in place during your application process. In fact, I feel like even if you did it through the fast track process, because I mean some things can still go out of place or out of plan, and then you get stuck and get frustrated. So praying is very, very important regardless of the mode of application you went with. All right, hope you found value in this video. We have come to the end of it. Please, if you did, like, subscribe, share and turn on the bell button so that you get notified for every video I post on this channel. Bye, and I'll see you in the next one.